My earliest gauge has always been the Stones, and I always wanted to end up in that band.
For a voice to reach the hearts of millions, it must first be nurtured in the quiet, often unnoticed moments of life. Céline Marie Claudette Dion, born on March 30th, 1968, in Charlemagne, Quebec, entered a world of scarcity, but overflowing with love. As the youngest of 14 children, her earliest memories were not of toys or luxuries, but of hand-me-down clothing, cold winters, and a family that relied on music and faith to survive. Her first bed was not a traditional crib, but a drawer. Lined with blankets, a small yet profound symbol of the resilience and determination that would later define her. In the Dion household, music was not a pastime. It was life. Her parents, both performers, instilled in their children the value of practice, discipline, and dedication. Even as a toddler, Céline was captivated by melodies, rhythms, and harmonies, absorbing everything around her. By the age of 5, she had already sung at family events, showing a confidence that seemed beyond her years. By 12, she co-wrote her first song with her mother and recorded a demo with her brother Michel's assistance. That humble cassette tape would change the course of her life forever, eventually reaching René Annalil, a music manager in Montreal. René reportedly wept when he first heard her sing, struck by a voice that seemed almost otherworldly. Moved by his faith in her potential, he took a monumental risk. He mortgaged his own house to fund her first album. This act of belief rather than business would set the stage for one of the most extraordinary careers in music history. Céline's talent quickly drew attention beyond Quebec. At just 14, she competed in the Yamaha World Popular Song Festival in Tokyo, performing in front of an audience of over 100 million viewers. Winning the competition was not just a personal triumph, it was the first glimpse of her ability to captivate the world. Yet, the accolades came with profound personal sacrifice. Unlike her peers, Céline did not experience a typical childhood. Proms, school dances, and teenage friendships were replaced with early mornings, rigorous rehearsals, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. In her memoirs, she reflected, "I didn't have a teenage life. I had microphones, costumes, and the weight of my family's dreams." Despite these hardships, Céline's spirit remained unbroken. Her childhood, though marked by poverty, was also filled with lessons in resilience, love, and the transformative power of music. Every small performance, every note she hit with precision, was a testament to the environment that raised her, one where survival and passion were inseparable. She learned that talent alone was not enough. Discipline, perseverance, and the courage to dream beyond immediate circumstances were equally essential. Her early years also shaped her empathy and understanding of human struggles. Growing up in a large, working-class family meant witnessing the daily grind of poverty, the tension of financial uncertainty, and the quiet sacrifices her parents made to keep the family afloat. These experiences instilled in her a profound sense of gratitude and a recognition that success would not come without personal cost. By the late 1980s, Céline Dion had released several albums in French, steadily gaining popularity in Canada and parts of Europe. However, it was clear that her ambitions extended far beyond regional fame. The dream of reaching an international audience, singing to millions in languages beyond her own, began to take root. She knew that the road ahead would be challenging, demanding not only vocal excellence but also cultural adaptation, linguistic mastery, and unyielding determination. Her early encounters with hardship and triumph laid the foundation for the artist and woman she would become. Each song she sang carried a piece of her story: the hunger of a child, the hope of a family, the unwavering belief in the power of music. These formative years, rich with struggle and resilience, would echo throughout her career, shaping her identity and fortifying her spirit against the trials that lay ahead. Céline's journey from a small town in Quebec to the world stage was More than a story of talent, it was a story of courage, perseverance, and unwavering faith. The melodies she discovered in the confines of her humble home would become anthems for millions, and the lessons learned in poverty and discipline would guide her through a life of extraordinary highs and unimaginable lows. In every note, every lyric, and every performance, the echoes of her early life remained, reminding her and the world that greatness often emerges from the quietest, most humble beginnings. By the early 1990s, Celine Dion had begun to transform. From a rising French-Canadian talent into an artist poised for global recognition. While her early albums had brought her success in Quebec and parts of Europe, the challenge of entering the English-speaking market loomed large. Industry executives were skeptical. Critics doubted that a singer with a strong French accent could ever compete in the competitive world of American pop music. Yet Celine refused to let doubts define her path. She approached the challenge with meticulous discipline, learning English phonetically, syllable by syllable, and rehearsing tirelessly until every word sounded natural and effortless. In 1990, Celine released Unison, her first English-language album. It was a modest beginning, but it demonstrated her potential to transcend cultural and linguistic barriers. Each song was a careful balance of vocal prowess and emotional resonance, signaling to listeners that her talent was universal. Slowly but surely, the album began to gain traction, establishing her presence in a market that had once seemed unattainable. Her breakthrough arrived with duets like Beauty and the Beast in 1992. Paired with a legendary male vocalist, Celine's performance was met with critical acclaim and public adoration. The song not only won awards but also cemented her reputation as a singer capable of conveying profound emotion across any language. It was a pivotal moment, marking her transition from a regional sensation to an artist with international appeal. Then came 1997, the year that would redefine her career forever. The release of Titanic, accompanied by her performance of My Heart Will Go On, propelled Celine Dion to the pinnacle of global superstardom. The song's sweeping melodies, paired with her powerful voice, became an anthem of love, loss, and endurance. It resonated with millions worldwide, selling over 30 million copies and earning numerous accolades, including an Academy Award and multiple Grammys. Her voice, once confined to small stages and local audiences, now carried the weight of universal emotion, touching hearts across continents. Yet, the dazzling success belied the immense personal toll that came with it. The relentless pace of international tours, studio recordings, and media appearances tested her physically and emotionally. Long days were followed by grueling rehearsals, and nights were often spent away from her family. Migraines, exhaustion, and the constant pressure to maintain perfection were realities that the public rarely saw. Behind every sparkling gown and flawless performance was a woman pushing the limits of endurance, driven by a commitment to her craft and the responsibility she felt toward her fans. In 2003, Celine took on a Las Vegas residency at Caesars Palace, a move that initially drew skepticism from critics who saw it as a step down from global tours. Instead, she revolutionized the concept of residency, performing over 700 shows and earning more than $600 million. Each night, audiences witnessed a performance that combined technical mastery, emotional depth, and the intimate connection of a personal concert. More than 3 million fans experienced her voice live in Las Vegas, leaving with the profound impression that they had been part of something transformative. Her international success was matched by her willingness to innovate and adapt. She navigated cultural differences, mastered multiple languages, and collaborated with artists from diverse backgrounds. Each new project was a calculated risk, yet she approached it with the same dedication and precision that had defined her early career. Whether performing a pop ballad, a Broadway-style duet, or a cinematic theme, Selene consistently demonstrated the ability to connect with audiences on a deeply emotional level. Amid this professional triumph, Selene's personal life provided both grounding and complexity. While the world celebrated her achievements, she navigated relationships, family responsibilities, and the subtle pressures that come with being a global icon. Her partnership with René Anelil, who had supported her from the earliest stages of her career, was central to her stability. Together, they shared both the joys of family life and the challenges of an ever-demanding public career. Throughout this period, Selene remained acutely aware of the responsibilities that accompanied her success. Each note, each performance, carried with it the weight of expectation, from fans, from critics, and from herself. Yet she never allowed the pressure to compromise her artistic integrity. Her meticulous approach to rehearsals, vocal training, and performance preparation ensured that every show reflected the highest standards she had set for herself decades earlier. Selene's journey in the early 1990s and beyond demonstrates the rare combination of talent, discipline, and resilience required to conquer the global stage. Her story is not simply one of fame or commercial success. It is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of self-belief, and the enduring impact of art that touches the human heart. She overcame skepticism, linguistic barriers, and cultural expectations, proving that passion and determination can break even the most formidable obstacles.